at the This Morning Studios. We're in one of the dressing rooms. This is dressing room 4. I work on the showbiz desk this morning. There is a celebrity producer who heads up the team. There's myself, a celebrity associate producer, and then we have a researcher, who's a celebrity researcher. And between the three of us, we're responsible for the showbiz content. Typical day, we come into the office usually around 9:30. First thing we do is go through all the newspapers or the magazines that have come in that day just to make sure that we're across any occurring stories. We then have an editorial meeting every day at 10 o'clock with the producers from each of the teams as well as our editor and deputy editor, just to run through any ideas for the shows, priorities, any gaps we've got coming up, any spaces where they need items. And then off the back of that, we would then come back and chase up any bids or anything that was sort of forthcoming. Throughout the day, we keep in touch with all our publicists.
I'm here with a couple of contestants from Britain's Got Talent. We've got Good Evans and Stavros Blackley, both on the show last Saturday. And they've been booked on to talk about their audition and taking part in the show. We do it every week. We speak to Lisa and then just put them on and come down and look after them, make sure everything goes all right. The highlight of my job is meeting people and working on the talent shows that I work on. Obviously, they're shows that people really talk about, so it's great to be involved in something as big as that, really.
We usually try and give the shows 2 to 3 guests a day. Very much when we book the guest, we pass it over to the D teams to then take on board and do all the research, etc. But we're always there as a point of contact throughout should there be any problems arise or any issues, because we were there at the initial point of booking. I started off, I did a degree at Communications and Mass Media at Glasgow Caledonian University, and yeah, wanted to get into TV. Certainly from my 3rd and 4th year we had a university TV campus thing that we did, and so I did a lot with that and really enjoyed it. So applied for various running work placement schemes when I graduated and got a job as a runner in Manchester working in the entertainment department for a couple of weeks, which then progressed into becoming a researcher, so I landed up going down the production route. I started off on Ant and Dec Saturday Night Takeaway down here, and then during sort of a break after that, the job came up to potentially work on Parkinson. So I applied for that. I had to go through 2 or 3 stages of interviews, a lot of written work involved, a lot of knowledge of the show was required, and yeah, got the job on that. Then the opportunity came up in This Morning for 6 months just to try just solidly booking as opposed to being an AP and sort of overseeing that. So yeah, and that's almost nearly 2 years later.
Fingers on the buzzers. It's Britain's Got Talent auditionees in a matter of moments.
I got to meet Lauren Bacall, who's a huge idol of mine, who's fabulous. I got to work with Ricky Gervais very early on, and I've worked with him a couple of times since, and he's always very, very funny to work with and very lovely. Sharon Osbourne as well, is very lucky to get to go down to her house the second time I met her for Parkinson and interview her down there, which was great with her and Ozzy. And yeah, I've been generally really lucky. I mean, especially with This Morning, since I've been involved, I've been looking after the films a lot more, which is a huge passion of mine. And I've got to go down to quite a few of the junkets, which is, you know, was another angle I was keen to find out more about. And so through that, yeah, we got to meet George Clooney. I did the Mamma Mia junket with Meryl Streep and all the gang there. So yeah, there's a lot of great people that you can meet, and memories you sort of take away with you. So. I mean, a career in celebrity booking, you know, the first thing is, you know your celebrities, know your stuff, read the newspapers, know what the stories are.
A celebrity booker is booking acts from your show or guests or talent from your show and helping you to promote it in that way.
Your contacts are your key. You know, build up as many as you can, get to know as many people as you can, and try and be professional from beginning to end. That then means that when you move from one job to the next, you can take these contacts with you. I know when I was at university, I did buy the Media Guardian religiously every week and went through it, and more from a point of, even if there wasn't a job that you liked, it would give you a contact or someone to send a CV to and to follow up. Perseverance is the main thing I would say to people. I mean, I wrote literally 100 letters to various people when I graduated with my CV. Try and do something a little bit different, try and make yourself stand out from the crowd, follow things up with phone calls and try and get as many face-to-face meetings as you can. Just persevere is the best tip I could give anybody.